outside today, so instead of doing my outdoor bulb planting, I'm going to do some indoor. It's much more fun and a lot warmer. What I'm going to do is plant some paper whites. These are really great Christmas presents for people. You know, people who don't know what else to buy for. They're like teachers, actually. I don't know when this began, but these days you're supposed to give all your children's teachers presents at Christmas. I actually think fair dues, if they've taught my children for an entire term, they need something. Usually, I just get them a bottle of booze because that's never a bad present, but it's slightly embarrassing sending your children in with loads of bags of clinking bottles. So instead this year I've decided to do paper white bulbs. These bulbs are brilliant because they will, in maybe 3-4 weeks, come out in bloom and they're ready for Christmas. What I'm doing is just putting them in this glass bowl. Glass bowls work really well because you need to add water afterwards and you can see how high or low that water level is if it's glass. Also, these are really cheap. This one's a £1 bowl. I got it from IKEA, so there's the downside in that you actually have to go to IKEA, which is a place that you can get into, but it's very, very hard to leave. A bit like Hotel California, but in the retail world. But when you've got it, and maybe buy a few, you can make loads and loads of presents for not very much money. The bulbs don't have to cost a lot. If you're buying them sort of in groups of 5 or 10 from like a retail shop, they'll cost you a lot. But you can go online and order them from a wholesale supplier. I got 100 for £14, which sounds a lot, but then you could always split them with a friend and both do the same presents for everyone. You better coordinate on presents if you're doing that. Anyway, put your gravel in the bottom. This is just some white gravel I got from B&Q. Again, about £5 per bag, which is going to do you 10 to 15 of these. Then you get your bulbs. What I'm going to do is put about 6 in here. And as I'm doing it, because you're going to see a lot of these bulbs, I'm actually going to take off a lot of the dark jackets. That's kind of it. I know it's ridiculously simple, but all you need to do is just add a bit of water. Done. Put them on a sunny windowsill to grow, and that's kind of all you need to do. You can dress the top if you want. You can put some extra gravel on it and fill it up like that, which works fine. Or you can go all natural and put some moss on it, like I've done here. This is not moss I bought, this is stuff I've raked out of a lawn. Not my lawn, obviously. My lawn doesn't have moss in it. No, this is from the churchyard lawn, dreadfully mossy. And then just leave them to grow. Now, the only trouble with paper whites is they kind of do this. I planted these 3 weeks ago and that's what happens. They're a very tall plant. Now, they will flop over if you leave them like that. You can do a couple of things. One, you can tie raffia around them. This will just sort of support them, neaten them up and keep it looking a little bit smarter. But the other thing you can do is add booze. And I'm not making this up. Cornell University. Very good research they've done at Cornell University. They've worked out how to stop your Narcissus paper whites getting too tall. What you do is, when they've been growing for a little while, you get your pot and you drain off the water, which is trickier than it looks. And you drain that off and you replace it with alcohol. Well, not neat alcohol because even plants would complain at that, but you want a 5% alcohol solution. Now, let's not get technical about this. Just do 1 part vodka or gin to 7 parts water. Mix it up and then you replace your water with that mixture. Keep it topped up. And what that does is just stunt the growth a little bit. The flowers are just as good, but the actual stems will be about 25% shorter, which is about what you want them to be. So that's it. How to force paper whites and how to add booze for extra results.